This is actually the first tutorial in a series of couple of tutorials. And this one is located in your book, this page right here, this little example of common proofreaders marks. Now, if you have some text and you've sent it back to the writer and said, I need this to be, make changes on it. Nowadays you might not print things out, but you might also have a PDF version of the text, and depending on what kind of PDF reader you have, and especially on your iPad, you can use Adobe Reader or the professional version of Adobe Acrobat Reader. The Acrobat Professional you're able to draw onto the page right there. So someone might send some proofreaders marks, and it's still, commonly used. I get this here and there, and it's helpful to know what some of these marks are. It's taking your text, let's say you did some typesetting and someone goes through it with a fine-tooth comb. You might be the typesetter, but someone else may proofread it. And you always want a proofreader, especially someone other than yourself. Now, you may proofread something, but it's more helpful to have an additional set of eyes on these things. Now, in a long document, you hire someone to do this. When I used to work for the car wash place that I used to, I found someone in our organization. He actually was in the shipping department that was really good with the English language, and surprisingly enough, he was from Mexico, but he loved the English language, and he was my proofreader all the time. You need to proofread things even if it's a one-word sign, because an extra set of eyes, then you will have a stop sign instead of a stop sign. Okay, so common proofreader marks, these symbols here you want to pay attention to. Something that you want to delete, you cross over it with a little curly Q. If you want to close a white space, like there's too much space there, then you put these little lines connecting them. If they make a mistake, then they write stet, meaning forget it, just leave it alone. Inserting a space would be a hash mark usually and a little arrow here, okay? Sometimes I put SP for space, I might put an arrow. Break the line with a return, and so you get that L-shaped bracket at the end or in between something. Begin a new paragraph, then we need to make our backwards paragraph looking symbol. Make it flush left or make it flush right, FL and FR. Transpose, well, what this means is you're putting over one letter and under the following letter, and you want to switch their position because it may be spelled wrong. If you have something where you have a shortened version of, let's say, the state of Florida, you put FLA, F-L-A, and someone will idea, by the way, SP, spell it out, okay? One thing to keep in mind when you're actually typing things in, or if you're getting text from someone else, they don't always know. If you have some text that has, let's say, the name of Florida Technical College, okay, and you have an article about it, and constantly you're seeing FTC, 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 okay? The very first occurrence should always be spelled out of something with a formal name such as Florida Technical College. Any college or university, you're going to spell the whole thing out, or a company, you're going to spell it out rather than abbreviate it in any way, okay? And by the way, Florida Tech is a completely different college that is on the east coast of Florida. Anyways, we set that in italic type, set in Roman type if it's italicized, so those are the changes, we write them out. Caps, set in capital letters. A lot of the times you'll see the 3 lines, one under the other, will say capitalize this, okay? You could write caps and SC, but 3 underlines under a letter will mean please capitalize me. WF, wrong font, so that's the wrong font family. Insert something here, so you might put an insert and then you indicate what it is that you want to put in there, okay? Insert a period, so you circle it, insert question mark, or any punctuation like that, you're going to circle them. Okay, what's your task should you decide to accept it? And of course you're going to accept it because it's your assignment. You need to type this in correctly according to their marks. Okay, so I'm going to kind of move this over a little bit and make it smaller so I can actually see my markings. Okay, and what you want to do is open InDesign. I have this little window a little bit smaller so we can see my text and this next together. Make a text box with the type tool. It can be fairly short, okay? And you're going to type this in correctly for, okay, what does this mean? Soccer? No, we have a transposition, we need to switch positions, okay? Score, and, okay? Now it's circled here, this number 7, and out on the edge. So you're going to see some of these things circled or what have you, and then on the edge you'll see what actually you want, the symbol you want to have happen. It says spell out, so I've got this circled. Alright, so we need to 7 years ago. Okay, I don't need to put it on the next line. This is just some typing here. So, our fathers. Okay, 4th. Alright, so what's going on here? I have this arrow inserting, okay? And it has a little score mark there. And what does that score mark mean? Add some space. Okay, add a little bit of space. So I'm going to put the space bar key on. All right, and they had a double on. They had a duplicate. All right, so you're going to continue to take a look at these little symbols here. They crossed out liberty and that says STET next to it. So what does that mean to you? All right, so take a look at your proofreader's marks. This says leave it as is. So you want to finish out typing in this little paragraph, and basically that's all you're going to really have on your page. I just happen to have extra because of the stuff that we did in these tutorials, but you just want to have a page with this typed out, and you want corrections done to it according to these proofreaders marks. Okay, I'm not going to do it for you. You're going to try and figure out what the rest of this is. I did some of the heavy lifting already. Alright, in the next tutorials we're going to do a couple of them. One is for a menu, and the other one basically is a rundown on production, and it's on an 8.5 by 11, and we're going to put a nice border around it and balance out our text. So we're going to really work with typography, and so those are up and coming.